Welcome to your Thursday, January 22nd morning update, and we're here to talk about the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. Yes, it's that time of year. Taxes are coming due again, and everybody's probably thinking about it. You've got Trump talking about giving some money back from his tariffs, and then, of course, what about those tariffs? Well, take a listen to this guy.
I was researching the history of tariffs in America and kind of gobsmacked at the fact that tariffs paid our bills and there was no income tax from 1786 to the mid-30s. Even when income tax came in 1913, they were like 1 to 6%. And I never learned that in U.S. history class.
A lot of the objection on the public level is probably due to the fact that almost nobody knows that for the first 150 years or so, everything the federal government did was funded by the External Revenue Service.
And that kind of made me mad. I was trying to describe the dynamic that I saw in the actions of the Founding Fathers and the legislation they crafted and the tariffs they enacted versus the system we're living in under today.
You have to wonder if it would be worth the cost of the tariffs, whatever that is, to never have to pay federal income taxes from your hard-working dollars ever again, at least at the federal level.
External Revenue Service was what our Founding Fathers put in place. The Internal Revenue Service, which targets our citizens, is the system we live in now. And I ask the audience and economists and academics, what is a more free system for American citizens?
Does the government want to, or is it willing to, give up the power the IRS has and its use of it over you?
What is a more free, that you could be put in jail for not categorizing your expenditure deduction right, paying a third, 30, 40% of your wages to the federal government, or a system that requires a toll to enter the greatest consumer market in the world?
If you take away the fear and control of the IRS, what kind of a world do we live in all of a sudden?
America. We have 2/3 of our GDP is consumer spending. People aren't lining up to get into the Suriname market or Panama. They're lining up to get in America because we can spend money on high-end goods.
Politicians and businesses would have to do things that make America's markets desirable.
And so in medieval times, the city of London would charge a bridge toll to come in and set up your stall and sell your wares. You would pay that toll because you want access to that market. You can set your stall up out in Sherwood Forest, but you might get robbed. You might, nobody's coming by there to buy stuff, so to get into the first class market, you pay a toll. And that's what tariffs are. And
are Democrats even capable of that? I haven't seen any evidence. Certainly not the current Democrat Party. So we're left with this.
And that is how every American needs to understand and get behind President Trump on this and stop listening to the business media with their whining and whinging in opposition to this. They need to really focus and see how this was how America functioned for a very long time, the majority of its history. And that got perverted in some sense, slowly.
It was close to $39 trillion in debt. We're not going to go to just tariffs anytime soon. And of course, depending on how the next elections go, we may be seeing a reversal of fortunes on the tariff question. We'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.